And we are back. Welcome to Joe's Knows College Sports. A couple of analysts we got here. Actually, a lot of analysts. The first time we've ever had 6 people all on one show. So Giacomo Imperiale, Walter Scott, Friedman, Matt Friedman, that's your first name. There we go. Jack Kemmler, Will Kwiatkowski. I'm your host, Ben Chadwick. Guys, not too much going on in college basketball. Kind of the midseason stretch right now. So we'll hit some of our top 5 teams. We'll go over a massive Saturday slate we have prepped for tomorrow for college basketball. And then Jock is going to be hosting a college football Jeopardy as we prepare for the New Year's Six Bowl week. So, guys, we'll get it going with college basketball. And, Jock, I'll send it to you first. Give us your top 5 teams.
Yes, so I'll go nice and fast here to kick us off. The AP poll just came out a couple days ago. So I'm going to stick with number 1, I got Purdue. I still think that they're the best team in the country after the Houston loss. Number 2, I got Virginia. Still very proven so far. Number 3, I'm going to slide Alabama in there after their win over Houston. Number 4, I will put Houston right under Alabama because of the close loss. And at number 5, I will put UConn.
All right, respectable.
Anyone have any thoughts for Jock or?
No, we're gonna run it.
We'll leave it at the end. We'll leave it at the end.
Okay, all right. Go ahead, Walt.
Number 1, I'm gonna go Virginia, dominant. Number 2, Purdue. Number 3, I'm gonna go UConn. Number 4, I'll go Houston, and number 5, I'm gonna go Tennessee.
Wow. I'm not gonna get into it yet. Wow is all I have to say.
I agree.
All right.
For me, at number 1, I'm gonna go Purdue. Number 2, I'll say UConn. Number 3, Virginia. Number 4, Alabama. Number 5, Houston.
Kemmler?
Yeah, I got 1 UConn, 2 Virginia, 3 Bama, 4 Purdue, 5 Houston.
Well,
I thought Jock was gonna have the most controversial list. I don't know.
I really thought I was, and after
this might shake up the pot.
I don't know anymore.
All right, ready? So you got UConn sitting at first, Bama 2, Virginia 3, Houston 4, and Texas 5. Fraud 1 seed. Get him out of there. I don't want to see it.
So
I
can't really. I can't really remember what everyone has.
All right, so yeah,
should we
all right. So do we want to break down one by one?
Yeah, or I could throw mine out there, Jock.
All right. Ben, yeah.
Attaboy, Jock.
You're all good. I'll go UConn 1. I'll go Virginia 2. I'll go Purdue 3. I'll go Houston 4, and I'll go Tennessee 5.
Okay.
Right.
What's his Tennessee love?
So
I like the Tennessee.
Wait, all right.
Let's run through.
Does anybody have Houston above Bama?
No, I mean it's impossible, right?
Yeah, you can't.
I need to just make this. I need to get this straight. I just want to make sure we all have brain cells. Your top 3 in whatever order contains Purdue, Virginia, and UConn.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No Purdue.
No Purdue.
No UConn. UConn is fraudulent.
I don't know. What Purdue is. I know
UConn is not fraudulent. UConn is not fraudulent.
Man,
UConn
is so amazing.
We have. There are people here who have. Raise your hand if you have an undefeated team behind a team with a loss right now.
No.
That's just.
Well,
That's
you
just completely
do.
ridiculous.
Oh, I do, because Texas lost.
Yeah.
That's just completely ridiculous to me.
I
Who
grade
did you guys
off
drop?
of what I
Who
see.
did you guys drop?
Purdue.
UConn.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't know who Purdue is. I only know Zach Edey, and that's really it.
Who cares? Like he's good
Just
enough.
the Zach Edey Boilermakers.
I just all right.
Wait.
Purdue.
I think that UConn has 14.
This is how it's going to end, right? Like we're doing the rankings of how it's going to end.
Well,
just the rankings of right now, like
Just
right
through the
now,
top 5
who's
teams
the best?
over, yeah.
Who's the best team?
Because I know I'm like the biggest Big Ten hater. I think they always choke in the tournament. They haven't won it in the past 20 years. I just think Purdue will do the same thing.
if we're talking about the tournament, Purdue has no shot. Like I'm sorry, but Zach Edey just can't do it all.
I think we're doing based on who deserves to be in the top 5 so far.
Yeah,
Top
that's
five,
right.
yeah,
understand,
top
but-
5 right
Well,
now.
Purdue should not be number 1.
Yes, they
not.
should.
There you go.
No, they should
Well,
not.
they shouldn't.
You should not.
No,
I think they should be. Why not? They have the best
They
player
are
in college
not that
basketball.
good. So they have the best player in basketball. They don't have the best player.
And their team is
He's not
playing
even the best
extremely
player.
well. Their team's
Yeah,
playing
They're
extremely well.
undefeated, and they arguably have some of the best wins in college basketball. So
I know that
I-
overtime win was huge. Who did they beat just recently? Was that
Oh, Nebraska.
Nebraska? I mean, that was a
Nebraska.
big win. Nebraska. I mean,
Playing
they're good at handball. I think they have a good handball team. So big win there in OT. I mean, the Duke they beat an injured Duke team. They beat a not great Gonzaga team. So those are two.
they blew both of
Oh,
those
and
teams out of the water.
they beat Marquette by 5. So
They
that's
beat
pretty-
Marquette by 5. That was a big win.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Joe.
Florida State
Yeah,
by
can
10.
we just discuss the UConn one? Because maybe I'm missing something. They don't have a big win other than Alabama earlier in the season.
Why are we
don't
going
see-
past
I
Alabama?
don't see skill-wise
Alabama's
either
a
how
huge
this
win.
team is that efficient. I don't want to put them in the 1 seed, so I have them down at 5. I think that there's 4 teams skill-wise better than UConn.
I think 5 is
Hear me
outrageous.
out. Hear me out. If Alabama beats UConn, they're the 1 seed right now. You have to
Yeah,
you have to understand.
UConn's not even in the top 5.
So UConn should be UConn has not look back at their schedule. They've not gotten half like even close to losing a game. They've won every game by at least 10 or more. They've handled every single team. And that Alabama game, they just embarrassed that team. They are by far elite. That UConn team is so elite. And I mean, how much more can they do to prove it? You were big on what was it? I think it was Texas or something 3 weeks back because they won their first 3 games against Bumsville Country by 30. So why isn't UConn beating actual half decent teams by 20?
I just think that the 4 teams I have above them are much more skilled. I think that Houston being under UConn is an absolute joke. They didn't get blown out by Alabama and they were just the 1 seed. I think that's an absolute joke if you're going to drop Houston under UConn.
How is
Freeman,
that
I see you
joke,
stressing over there. Go ahead.
Whoa. Wait.
I think it's a joke.
This is absolutely unbelievable.
It just isn't, though.
UConn beats Alabama by 15. Houston loses
That's
to
2
Alabama.
weeks ago. It's 2 weeks ago. Alabama was 18
Houston,
at the
okay,
time.
look what they've done to this point. UConn has not lost, and Houston has a loss. UConn does not. Houston lost to Alabama. UConn beat Alabama by 15. How in God's name is UConn below Houston?
Because Houston's also had the tougher schedule, and now looking back at it, I would
Who's the tougher
I just
schedule?
told you their common opponent. Houston has played absolutely nobody. Who is tough on their schedule? They played one good team. They played one ranked team all year. It's Alabama, and they lost.
I
mean,
can't see. I've watched UConn play. They're.
I'm not taking your word for
What
it. on
UConn
why
are
they
you
work,
watching?
because you've watched
They've
them
won
play.
every
I'm
game.
watching a
Like
UConn
that.
that struggles shooting the 3 ball is what I'm watching, and they are just
three
not
ball
an
is just
efficient
all
team, and they lack the star power. I can't.
All of what you're saying doesn't matter. They beat Alabama. They're undefeated. They beat the
They're
team
fraudulent.
Houston lost to.
And Freeman, something else I
What
want to throw out there.
argument are you bringing up? You're telling me they can't shoot the 3 ball, so they're a bad team? They're
No, I'm
undefeated.
just saying that there's more star power on other teams that I still think are better teams than UConn. I think that UConn is just not going to continue to be able
Jock,
to.
they've beaten every single team they've played by double digits.
Except
They haven't had a single close call this entire season.
Including a win against the number 4 team in the country by 15.
Exactly.
They were number 18 at the time, and they were.
They're
struggling.
number 4 now.
No,
Doesn't matter what they were at the beginning of the year.
2
They're
weeks
number
ago.
4
It's 2
now.
completely different things. You can look at it as yes, it is a big win, but they weren't as successful as they were back.
It's still a huge win.
It's
It's a
like
top 10 ranked.
Yeah,
win.
why does the time matter here for the quality of winning against
because
Alabama?
it does matter. Time 100% matters. Because you can
Yeah,
play a
but
team when they're
not given
struggling,
that time.
or you play a team when they're hot. They're two different teams.
Alabama
You look at a
They had
UCLA team when they were ranked in the preseason. They were cold and they dropped. But now you're going to start playing a UCLA team that's hot right now. They just had a huge win in Maryland. It's 2 completely different types of wins. Alabama was struggling at the time. So to me, that's not that big of a win. It's a good win, but it's not. It doesn't scream volumes to me because it was
Wait, how are they
Alabama
struggling?
team
That's
at the
their
time.
only loss.
I don't
Like that's what I'm trying to understand. They were struggling, but that is their only loss.
I don't see. I don't know. Struggle. I mean,
Like, who
you
are they
could
struggling with?
Jock. If I'm gonna help you out real quick. I don't agree with many things you're saying right now, but I'll give you the fact that Alabama's best guy was not on the. He just came back from injury and he was not playing against UConn. So yeah, they weren't at full strength that they were right now. But to say that they were struggling is not really true. Also, to add a point, UConn is currently 47th in the country at the three ball. They're shooting 37.7 from there. So, I mean, that's not struggling. I would call Duke struggling.
Mediocre. It's all right.
It's not mediocre. Duke's
No.
shooting like
200 plus teams in
150
Division
from like
One
the.
basketball. That's
like-
well above average.
That's well above average. I mean, the teams that are up there is Utah State, NC Central, Florida Atlantic, UC Irvine. So truly, if we're like taking the actual look, they're probably top 20 within like actual Power 5 teams. I mean, Utah State, like, I don't even know where that is. I don't even know if it's if that's a high school team or not. But I'm just saying, UConn, they're not struggling shooting the three ball. I mean, and if they are, they make up for it with a complete team effort of both offense and defense. They play the game so well. They're kind of playing like what we expected to see from Houston at this point. We expected a full round team effort. I mean, Houston's still a great team. They fell to Alabama, but I think UConn is the front runner right now.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. This is just, it baffles me because there's really no reason at all to put Houston ahead of UConn. They share a common opponent. UConn won by 15. Houston lost. UConn is undefeated.
It was.
They are not two completely different teams. How are they two completely different teams?
Again, we'll mention their star guy was off the court, Alabama. There was
All
also
right.
a struggling team
Guys.
early in the season.
They
Alabama
were not
struggled
struggling.
very
They
early in the
haven't
season
lost a
playing.
game. They
And this
only
was-
lost to UConn.
And Houston
never
got the
struggled.
hot Alabama team that is playing great right now. That's the only reason why. It's two completely different wins. You have to weigh a timeline. In college basketball, ranked wins, you have to weigh a timeline. It has to be a thing. Because there's two different wins of the same team. You look at then and now, they are two completely different wins. It's not the same. It's not the same. But Houston played a much tougher Alabama team than UConn had to earlier in the season. And that is a fact. That's a fact. You can't debate me on that. So that for me, and Houston did not get blown out. They lost by, I think, 7. It was a somewhat close game. So I think that the fact is that Houston playing the much better Alabama team and staying in the game, and that was their first big game. Okay, they lost. And they also have more star power than UConn. So I have to put Houston over UConn. I can't put UConn over.
What does star power, like, why does that matter? Houston has, if you're looking at Houston right now, how can you not, if I call them fraudulent, how could you argue back against me? They have not beaten one good team all year. They've played cupcakes, and then they played their good team against Alabama, and they lost. UConn just simply has beaten everybody, and they picked up a very good win against Alabama. So UConn is undefeated. Houston has not played one good team, and when they did, they lost. So explain to me how Houston is ahead of UConn. Like, I can't understand.
It's a timeline. It's a timeline thing. You have to look. It's two completely different wins.
Okay, it doesn't matter. One team has a loss. One team has a win. They played the same team.
And
Yep.
Houston still played. Go ahead.
Walter, I see you smiling over there. You want to get in on this?
So I'm just trying to kind of understand Jock's timeline thing. So
Okay.
wait, no. Just let me talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
I'll explain.
Bama beat Houston by 6, December 10th, and they lost to UConn by 15, November 25th. So that is a 16-day span.
Yes.
So in those 16 days, they played an unranked North Carolina, who's on their downfall completely, and won by 2 in overtime. Doesn't really seem like a superstar. Then they played South Dakota State and won by 13. I never heard of South Dakota State's basketball team ever.
They were actually pretty good in the tournament last year.
All right. Okay. So, okay. So just explain to me where that superstar talent, that really superstar different team, because, they're two completely different teams, as you say. Where's that really kicking in if the 2 games over that 16-day span, one was a cupcake and they won by 13, and one was a really not that great UNC team that they won by 2 in overtime, and then they beat Houston by 6.
So again, Sasser was out for Houston when they played Alabama Star was out when they played UConn. So
But he's not the whole team.
what? He's the most important part of the team.
Yeah, but he's not going to make 15 extra points and tie.
You're 100%
It's hard to say he's the most important part of the team when Alabama was a very good team last year, even when he was hurt. I mean, he tore his ACL. He's been out for a long time. He's a very good player. He adds a lot to that Alabama team. He's going to give him that extra push. But, I mean, that Alabama team already has just a ton of guys who play super well.
So I feel like I'm just running in circles, so I'm just going to give my closing argument here. I just think that the fact is that it's two completely different wins to me. The UConn win over Alabama, it's a good win. It just isn't as impressive to me as I think you guys are all taking it because, again, college basketball is a team of who's the hottest team in the sport as of right now, and that's how college basketball works. The hottest team beats the best team.
But how is Bama hot?
What?
How was Bama hot if they
How is Bama hot? Bama's been on a tear.
No, they haven't. That's
No,
just
they
so
beat
not
Memphis
true.
by 3.
They beat Memphis by 3. They beat UNC by 2 in overtime, and then they lost to UConn the game before that. Where's the tear?
Yeah, that's what
By
I'm
the
trying
way,
to say. I'm
that
trying to see
UNC
how hot
game,
they are.
I sat through that entire UNC game, where they had like 104 to 103. That was not a well played basketball by either team. Like they were just like running like up and down the court, missing like open shots, just turnovers here. Alabama ended up winning that game. It really wasn't like Alabama outplayed that UNC team. They just ended up like winning. Like it was not an impressive win by any standards. And then I mean, move on. That Memphis game, they squeaked that one out. What was it? I guess that was at Alabama, right? That game, or was it at Memphis?
I believe it was at Memphis.
Yeah. So I mean, at Memphis, you're still traveling away, but they made that game close. Like they are not in any way on a hot streak right now.
It was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. They beat Memphis by 3 at home.
At home?
Yeah.
Emma, you want to give your thoughts before we move on here?
Well, yeah, because Guac's talking about like shared opponents. UConn and Houston, they both versed Oregon, right? Houston versed them on the 20th. They won by 10. And then 4 days later, UConn goes to Oregon, and they win by 24. So the 14-point difference there, 4-day span.
Houston also almost blew it to Kent State. They're a great team, yes, and I don't know where that star power is coming from. Their best players averaging 16 a game.
He's so good. Sasser adds so much to that team. 16
a game. That's I mean, I know they're a defensive team, but I don't see star power. I just see an all-around team.
Yeah. I don't like the whole, the miss it. Like Houston, if we're looking at both teams, just there's no arguments here. Houston or UConn, if you're comparing Jock, you said you think Houston is better than UConn right now.
Yes.
If you look at both of these teams, Houston and UConn has a much better margin of victory. They blow Houston out of the water in shared opponents. Like if you look at their shared opponents, UConn blows Houston out of the water. Houston has a loss. UConn does not.
But it's a much tougher loss.
Where are you looking? Like in every aspect, UConn has been better.
This loss should not drop you. This loss should not drop Houston under UConn, in my opinion. It just shouldn't. It's a single-digit loss to a great team.
Why are you not trusting UConn?
UConn beat them by double digits.
Why?
I do not trust UConn. I do not trust UConn.
I feel like we gotta move
Why?
on. There's a lot more teams you gotta cover. I'm being real.
This
is unreal. But he keeps on saying the same garbage. Like this is unreal.
I'm trying to explain.
All right.
You don't even listen.
Jock, closing remarks before we move on.
Why don't you trust UConn?
I think that you have to look at the timeline here. This is a completely different Alabama
All right,
team.
okay.
I proved the timeline wrong.
Completely
I
different
proved
team.
it completely wrong.
Why do you not trust UConn?
I do not trust that team. I think UConn and Virginia are both fraudulent. I've seen
Why? Give me reasons.
Virginia's on the. I can't.
Oh my God.
Explain to me why you do not trust UConn.
UConn cannot score efficiently. I do not trust them down the long run. They do not have the star power, and they do not have the leverage to carry them and continue to be a top 5 team in the country. I do not trust
Really quick, they're tied for 12th in the nation in points per game. So I don't know where you said they can't score efficiently. They're tied for 12th in points per game, and 7 of the top 10 teams are non-Power 5 teams. So they're one of the best offenses in the nation. So that's just completely not true. Sonogo might be one of the best big men in the country. He's a fringe All-American.
He's much better than Houston's best player.
Yeah.
It's just
No,
that's,
I
would take
that's the
Sasser.
star
I
power
would
you're
take
missing.
Sasser.
Oh,
I would take Sasser.
Noble averages 18
wow.
points.
Will did
Chuck,
not
that
just
does not
say that.
justify this argument, dude. There's
Will did not just say that.
no,
He's better
do
than
not.
him.
Hold on.
All right.
Oh,
What
Freeman,
stat
Freeman,
is
go
telling
ahead.
you that I'm
Freeman, go
wrong?
ahead.
Oh,
Freeman, go
my.
ahead.
Do not divert the argument off to Will.
my.
You said I asked you to give me a reason why this UConn Huskies team are frauds. You told me they don't score efficiently. They're tied for 12th in all of college basketball in points per game. Can you
What's
give
their
me a
shooting?
valid reason?
How about you check their shooting efficiency?
Can you give me
Didn't
a
Will
valid
bring that up?
What? I believe they're 17th in the nation in field goal percentage.
It's all right. I mean, listen.
That's all right.
I think UConn is a good team. I just think that Houston is better. Because again,
But why
close
is
loss to
Alright.
Alabama to me.
We gotta move on. This is outrageous.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting to the bottom of Jock's opinion here. We got to move on to the Saturday slate. Guys,
there's still some things to be argued in the top 5. I gotta be real. Purdue,
what else?
we have to talk about
Tennessee's
Purdue.
warm up.
Purdue's not a good team.
I
I
think
mean,
we all
they're sorry.
agree.
Of course, they're a good team. They're not the number 1 team. Can I just say something real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
This Purdue team is not championship caliber for a couple reasons. I'm going to throw out a little 1-minute rant on why they're not going to win. Looked up a little bit. Last time a team where a starting player on their team, this is a really weird stat. You got to trust me. Starting player on their team was 7 foot, and they won the national championship was 1974. By the way, yes, hear me out. By the way, their best player was not the 7-footer. So if you take into fact the time the best player on their team is a 7-footer, big center, never happened. That's one stat. Also,
No.
like Purdue's not gonna go out and they just can't. Zach Edey, he's great, but I hate to say it, like he hasn't faced any centers at near any defensive caliber of guys like Trace Jackson Davis. I'm not even gonna go out of my way and try to pronounce a Kentucky guy. The dude on UConn we were just talking about. I mean, he has not gone against anybody. I mean, even throwing the Rutgers center, I'm not pronouncing his name either. But he hasn't faced a semi-decent center with like defense. I mean, you're watching the clips. He's just catching the ball and throwing into the rim like above these guys are like hiding. Like, I mean, Purdue's a great team. Sure, you can put them at 1 right now. They had 2 amazing wins. Right now, I think they could be the 1 seed, sure. But as time goes on, they're just going to sputter off. It happened last year, and it's going to happen again this year. The only difference is they don't have Jaden Ivey this year. So that's all I could say.
Yeah, we'll see if Zach Edey is able to carry Purdue to the promised land. I think Kemler brought it up earlier. He doesn't really trust Big Ten teams in the March Madness tournament. So, hey, maybe it's the same story with Purdue. Maybe they break that trend this year. However, we're going to move on to the absolutely loaded Saturday slate, the slate we have tomorrow in college basketball. We'll start it off in New York City, number 16 UCLA versus number 13 Kentucky in MSG. Jock, I'll throw it to you first.
Oh, Will has a hand raised.
I'm just going to excuse myself. I got to go grab something real quick. I'll be back in a minute.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're going to work our way around, so you're all good. Go ahead, Jock.
So I mentioned in my argument, I believe that the best teams in college basketball are the hottest ones. UCLA just picked up a massive win on the road against Maryland in College Park. That is their biggest win of the season. Again, I'm a big UCLA fan. I've watched that whole game. That was the best game I've seen all season. They were able to shoot the ball efficiently. They scored very efficiently. They played great defense. I think that the hottest team wins. So give me UCLA here at MSG against Kentucky. I think Kentucky's still a little bit banged up, and I think UCLA is really going to start picking it up. I think that they took that big hit earlier in the season, dropped them in the rankings. I think that this is really where they're going to start picking themselves up.
Walter?
Well, I mean, I'm really just going to keep this short and sweet. I'm going Kentucky most definitely. I feel like UCLA, just like Jock is right now, like talking about their big, win, like on the come up, a little cocky. Might be feeling good after beating a Maryland team that, let's not forget, lost to Rutgers.
On the road.
Lost to Rutgers, yes, on the road, but I mean, it's Maryland, it's New Jersey. It's really not like a giant like difference, you know. And I will say, Rutgers, no, they pack their games, but Kentucky at MSG, UCLA has no home court advantage. Even though they just won on the road, they're not going to win a game like this again against a good Kentucky team. Give me Kentucky.
And real quick, man, just not to mention, UCLA beat Maryland by 20 on the road. That's a very impressive win. It's a ranked opponent win by 20 on the road.
Okay.
What you're missing there.
Yeah, no, it's actually super impressive. Let's be
you.
honest. I mean, Maryland's a good team. I mean, they beat Texas. Like, that Texas win was impressive. Jack and I were there for it.
Illinois, Will. That's Illinois.
Same thing.
Unfortunately,
Wait, hold up. Let me back up. Yeah,
right,
my brain's messed up right now. Okay, so I'm gonna pass it on to Friedman.
How generous of you, Will. Go ahead, Friedman.
A little mess up.
So I agree with Giacomo's pick here. I'm going to take the UCLA Bruins to win the Madison Square Garden. But I think these are two of the most fraudulent teams in college basketball. I mean, neither of them have any sort of – UCLA has that very strong win against Maryland. But besides that, UCLA has looked very, very, very fraudulent. Kentucky looks very, very, very fraudulent. Neither of them really have been tested too much. UCLA picked up a huge win in College Park. I understand that. That's why I think they're better than Kentucky. That's why I think they'll beat Kentucky. But I'm really not sold on either of these teams. So I'll take UCLA, but I'm not very excited about either of them.
I would agree completely with Matt. I think that they're both a little fraudulent.
Kemla?
Yeah, I think I agree. I don't see any of these teams going past the Sweet 16 when it comes there. And I'm going to take UCLA. Who I think is the worst team is Kentucky. They are so fraudulent. They have no business being ahead of Indiana.
Will?
Yeah, I had to go back and make sure my brain was rewired. So Maryland beat Illinois, and then somehow my brain sputtered off there. This is what I like to call in college basketball just a span of fraud wins. So we got UCLA beats a fraud Maryland team, and now they think they're the stuff. They're walking in. These are just bad. These are two bad. I mean, everybody said it. Kentucky, outside Oscar Tshiebwe. I think I said that right. Let's pray.
That was good enough.
That was good. They're good, but I'm gonna have to go with Tshiebwe on this one. He's been waiting for a breakout game. I mean, UCLA, they just stink, and Jock's a UCLA fan, so give me Kentucky.
By the way, I believe Oscar Tshiebwe is questionable for this game. I'm not 100% sure if he's playing.
Oh, well, I mean, if he's hurt, then clearly we're going with UCLA because there's not another player on Kentucky.
I'm not sure if he's playing or not, but I think that there's
and just want to say it was getting a little cold, and I had to get a sweatshirt and a blanket. It was getting a little cold.
There we go. We got a game coming up, which I'm sure that'll be useful for.
I don't know, man. It was just getting a little cold.
Guys, I mean, people can make the argument for UCLA and Kentucky being the best two lost teams out there. Obviously, it doesn't seem like any of us are making that argument. I'm not going to make it either. I think they are both a little bit fraudulent, like we all kind of got at. I am going to take UCLA in this one. I just love their offense so much, and especially if Tshiebwe is not playing for Kentucky. I think that's massive for the Bruins. So, yeah, give me UCLA in Madison Square Garden. We'll move on to Indiana at Kansas, number 14 versus number 8. Jock.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go against you here. I was a big advocate for Trace Jackson-Davis when we picked our All-Americans a couple weeks ago. I just think that the close win against Rutgers, I mean, that Rutgers game was just too close for me. So give
Rutgers
me Kansas.
won that, by the way.
I know they did. Rutgers did win that game. I mean, and I was picked Indiana in that game. I was wrong there. I know, I did. And for that reason, I'm not picking Indiana again. And I think Kansas a little bit.
I mean, if you pick Kansas, that's a free win for Indiana.
Go ahead, Walt.
Right.
All right, well,
yeah.
I was very up in the air for this one, but I'm definitely gonna go with Indiana. I feel like Kansas is pretty fraudulent. They beat Wisconsin by 1. They beat NC State by 6. They beat Duke by 5. I mean, I just feel like they're not that good. And I feel like Indiana can definitely – I mean, they lost – I know Indiana lost to Rutgers, but Indiana can definitely beat them. Rutgers, they pack their games. They really bring some energy. Indiana can definitely beat Kansas.
Shout out Mr. Berger. Friedman?
Yeah, I think both of these teams should be hanging around the top 10 all year. So I like both of these teams a lot. I think it's kind of an any given day on who could beat who, but they're playing in Allen Fieldhouse. I think it's the best atmosphere in all of college basketball. So I'll take the Jayhawks here.
Kemla?
I'm going to pick Indiana just for the hope that Trey Sexton-Davis comes back and plays good because he has been on a very cold streak.
Well,
yeah, real quick. I gotta show it off. You know, the sweatshirt got a whole blanket. This thing's actually mad comfortable. So yeah, that's what the gear's looking like right now. I got a jersey, but it's a little too tight for the show. Got it when I was in like third grade. But yeah,
appreciate you
so
sparing us then.
yeah, I'm sparing you. To be honest, don't know if Jalen Hood-Schifino is playing right now. He's actually a huge contributor to this team. Yeah, Jack, you can do that. Your whole team's freshmen bums, all right? Duke's not even a good team. But yeah, I mean, as Walt brought it up, Kansas is kind of fraud. They beat a bad Duke, at the time, bad Duke team. They're all, whatever. They barely won their games. Also, best player they got Jalen Wilson. Not Grady Dick, it's Jalen Wilson. He's going to get shut down. I mean, we saw Caleb Love got totally shut down that UNC game. And, the Indiana defense, their perimeter defense is amazing. I mean, you get inside, you got to work with Trace Jackson-Davis right there. But I think the perimeter defense is what's going to shut Kansas down. Look, Trace Jackson-Davis might not have his best game, but I think that this Indiana team is going to come. They're going to come ready to play, and they're going to win by, at least 30, probably.
Wow. All right.
I'm gonna go Kansas in this one. It's in Kansas, like Ruben said, arguably the best atmosphere in basketball. And even if they are a little bit overrated for being a top 8 team in the country, I still think they are very slightly better than Indiana. Obviously, Indiana, the brutal loss to Rutgers. So yeah, give me Kansas in Kansas. Next game we have number 15 Gonzaga at number 4 Alabama. Jock.
Bama. Moving on.
All right. Walls?
I mean, I know I was talking about how I think Bama, should. I didn't even include them in my top 5, but I hate Gonzaga. They're horrible. I remember when Jock said they were going to be amazing. Yeah, well, look where they are now. They're just going to continue to spiral down. Give me Bama.
I mean, he's not wrong. Gonzaga may have a chance to be out of the top 25 by the end of the season. So we'll see what happens.
End of the season. How about end of this week?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll take Bama as well. I think they're probably the most battle-tested team in the whole country at this point. The game is supposed to be neutral site, but it's being played in Birmingham, Alabama, so we know what that crowd's going to look like. Everything points to Alabama here, so I'll take the Tide.
Jack?
I can't wrap my head around how Gonzaga's 15. A 3-loss team already in the top 15. They're above Illinois, which is so dumb. But yeah, definitely Bama by at least 10 because every time they verse a good team, Gonzaga, they lose by 20.
Well,
yeah, Bama. I mean, that's it. That's all I got to say. Bama.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bama too. I think Gonzaga keeps it single digits, but I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a 2 or 3 point game. I think 8 or 9 probably for Alabama.
I'm going to loss minimum.
12 point. That's a bold prediction. I still think it's single digits. I still think Gonzaga is a solid team. We're gonna get to college football in a little bit.
Big Bahama boy missed it.
Give me Alabama in Alabama, even though it's technically not a home game for the Crimson Tide. Next game we have Tennessee at Arizona, number 6 at number 9. Jock.
I think that Arizona's being ranked number 9 is a little generous by the committee. I think that this team isn't very proven. I like this Tennessee team a lot this year. I think that they are one of the best shooting teams in the country. I think Tennessee is a very good team. I see a couple stare downs down there. I don't get why. I don't think Arizona's that good. So give me Tennessee, and I'll even take Tennessee by double digits in this game on the road.
Walt?
Jesus.
I'm taking I know it's at Zona, but you heard what I said before. I put Tennessee in my top 5. I like Tennessee a lot. I'm not calling Arizona overrated or anything, but they had a couple close calls there. I mean, their losses to unranked Utah, and then they beat Creighton by 2, Cincinnati by 8.
Well, no, in Jock's world, beating Creighton by 2 when they were a ranked team is, I mean, the biggest thing in the world. I mean, that's a huge
Big
win.
win. It's a big win.
I mean, big
Arizona.
Win. They are unranked right now, but I mean, huge win. It's like
It is. And it was
amazing.
It was a huge win.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm just gonna keep it rolling. I'm going Tennessee. I really like this Tennessee team.
Freeman.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that the Arizona Wildcats are going to win this game. I mean,
Wow.
I don't understand how they're not proven. They have the one loss to Utah. It was in Utah, but they beat Indiana. They beat San Diego State. So those are 2 solid wins. I mean, they have the nation's best offense, and they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country. So I just think this offense is too much to handle for Tennessee, and it's being played in Arizona. So I'll take the Wildcats.
Kemla?
Yeah, like Freeman said, I mean, the best offense. They walked into Assembly Hall, a top 5, stadium or arena in the whole college basketball world, and they beat him by 14. Like they beat him by that much, and I think Arizona beats Tennessee easily. Tennessee is
that easily is crazy. You could toss the easily out of there.
Well,
I was looking back. Like 3 days before Indiana played UNC, I was looking at the stretch they run into. They played UNC, then they got like Nebraska. It was Nebraska, Rutgers, Arizona, then Kansas. And, that's 3 ranked teams, 3 very high ranked teams at the time with UNC. And the team I was most afraid to play was Arizona. Their offense is just crazy good. And by the way, you want to say that they're kind of fraud because they lost to Utah. We're talking about college athletes here. I mean, these kids are 19 and 20. They're going to have a terrible game at one point. Every team is. It's just how it is. I mean, Jack's a Duke fan. He watches it every year. No hate, but, your team's bad. But, Arizona is nowhere near fraud. They're almost underrated for the number 9 spot. They're, so good. Their offense is amazing. Yes, their defense isn't good, but do I think any team could really, at Arizona's full strength, keep up with their offense? No. That's why I'm taking Arizona, even at home. I mean, this one should be a pretty doable win for Arizona.
I think it's a awesome game. I think, like you guys said, Arizona, probably the best offense in the country right now. I think Tennessee has an argument for being the best defense in the country as well. So I think that'll be a really, really fun matchup here in Arizona. I had Tennessee in my top 5, so I got to go with the Volunteers here. That defense is so good, and the offense is good enough. Meanwhile, Arizona's defense, in my opinion, is not looking so hot in terms of the Power 5. So I'm going to take Tennessee in this one. Move on to probably one of the best games we'll get all season, if we're being honest. Number 5 Houston at number 2 Virginia. Jock.
I came prepared to battle this one because I know I'm fighting an uphill battle here. But I spoke from the beginning. I do not like what I've seen out of this Virginia team. I know that they are very tested. I get that. Clearly, so far, they are the better team. But in this game, coming off that loss against Bama, I don't see Houston losing again. So I'm going to take Houston here. I think it's going to be a very, very close game down the stretch. But I can't see Houston losing back-to-back games.
Well,
can I just ask Glock a question real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was Virginia number 2 in your power rankings?
Yes, they were.
I believe you said that they're very proven when you're giving power rankings.
Did I not just say that they were very proven?
You just said that you don't like what you've seen with this Virginia team.
All right.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Walt. Go ahead, Walt.
I mean, it's Virginia. There's no other team I'm picking other than Virginia. I have them as my number 1 in my power rankings. Them and UConn are the 2 best teams in the country. Virginia is so good. They've proven themselves so much. Houston's a good team. Don't get me wrong. It's at Virginia. Amazing. I mean, they're a basketball school. Let's be real. They are not good at football. They're good at basketball. That's what the students come to see. They're not dominate, but they're going to beat Houston by minimum 7 points.
Freeman?
Yeah, I just really don't understand why we're not liking Virginia to this point.
I couldn't agree more.
They have a win against Baylor. They have a win against Illinois. They have a win, in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And I don't care what anybody says. Michigan is a bubble team. They're a solid team going to Ann Arbor to pick up a win. That's a big game. That's a big win for them. They have one of the best defenses in the country. It's being played in Virginia. I mean, Houston is a great team. They're very experienced in these moments, but I just don't understand why we're hating on Virginia for zero reason whatsoever. So I think it'll be a very tight game because of the experience of these Houston guards, but I'll still take Virginia.
Kemla?
Yeah, I love the Virginia's defense and how well-rounded this team is. Like, the top scorer only has 11 per game. You can tell, like, it's a team. It's a very veteran team. And I will take Virginia. I think not the only reason, but the biggest reason is ACC over the AAC.
Will?
All right. Maybe 10 minutes ago I was going to take Houston, but you guys, I mean, you're right. But looking back at it, college basketball is a very streaky sport sometimes. And Virginia, their past 3 games have not looked great. I mean, James Madison win by 5. Okay, they're all wins, so you can't really say anything. But usually I would say Houston would come in and knock them down. But I just think that Houston's loss against Alabama is looking like a bit of a domino effect. Not too bad. I think that they're still going to lose here, though, to Virginia. With what I've seen this year from many different college basketball teams, it just looks like Virginia is going to win. And plus, I mean, Virginia's just amazing, as you've all said. I'm not going to go on about it. You guys have already talked about it, but Virginia definitely at home is going to have to take this one.
I feel weird for switching it up here. I'm going Houston walking into the JPJ and winning this game. Can I give you solid and legitimate reasoning? Probably
yeah,
not.
I could for you.
You could definitely.
The one real game that Houston has played, the one like really actual good opponent is Alabama, and they lost. They barely lost, so that's kind of what I'm going to use. But I mean, yeah, Freeman, you can go ahead on my behalf. So, like, what would you say for Houston here?
I told you I picked Virginia, and I gave all the reasoning. The experience that Houston has, and it's going to be a very tight defensive game. I mean, these are 2 of the best teams in the country, but Houston just has the experience, and their guards have experience in these big-time moments and big-time games and in these tough atmospheres. So when it's tight down the stretch, Houston has that advantage with just guys that can go make a play. So I think it will be tight, and I think Houston will most definitely keep it close. I just think Virginia's a better team, so they'll pull away. But if you're picking Houston to win, it's not very far-fetched because of how skilled these guards are.
Go ahead, Will.
All right, I tapped on it a little bit. I mean, just if you look at it from like a graph, Virginia started about right here. They went all the way down here, and since then we've just seen a bit of they went up here, and then we've seen a little bit of a downtick. You could shake your head. They're winning games, but they've all been within 5. The past 3 games been within 5. That's one of them was to FSU, and the other one was to James Madison. That's one reason Houston could win. And I'm gonna get this out of the way. If Virginia wins, I'm calling that Virginia's first loss is Tuesday in Miami against the Hurricanes.
There you go.
I'm going to go with that. I'm going to say, look, I know this isn't a part of what we're saying right now, but they're going to beat Houston. And, I mean, that Miami team's good. They're going to get shocked.
Really quick, I just the last thing before we move on. If Virginia beats Houston, is everybody ready for now?
Yes.
To call them the number 1 team in the country?
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, I'm already picking any team over Purdue at this point.
Okay.
So I'm picking Houston. I got them walking into the JPJ, pretty much taking their first massive win of the season and handing Virginia their first loss. But yeah, that's going to do it for the top 5 games on Saturday. Tomorrow, once again, massive slate tomorrow. Cannot wait to watch all those games, and that'll also do it for our college basketball segment of today's episode. So we'll be saying goodbye to Jack Kemler. He'll be getting off the show, and we have Jock hosting college football Jeopardy when we're back in 30. And we are back. Jock, you want to give us an intro for this college football Jeopardy here?
Yeah. Let me get to it real quick. We got a nice little Jeopardy today, college football. I'll announce the teams in a second. Let me pull up my board. I believe, Ben, if you could put up the board.
Yep. Yeah, I got you right here.
Beautiful. All right. We got 5 categories. I have 2 teams here, and team 1, we're going to go. Matt and Will is going to be team 1.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, I saw that coming. I see a little backhanded compliment right there, saying I'm the worst here. That's fair. It's all good now, but you know what? I'm hyped. Me and Matt, it's a free win. That's what I'm saying.
I'm undefeated here in the show Jeopardy. I'm 1-0, so we're looking good.
Yeah, I haven't won yet, so I'm looking to turn that around.
Our next team will be Ben and Walter.
All right, here we
All
go.
right. So I think we're going to start off. So here's a couple rules. We got players, Heisman, random. Random could be anything. I just threw a bunch of questions that I liked in there. A couple of easy ones, a couple of hard ones. Where did that player go? NFL players, what college did they go to? And then fun facts about players' careers in college. So we're going to start it off. One team, one representative per team. I want to go rock, paper, scissors, so it's evenly fair to see who's going first.
Will, you got it.
I'm pretty good at this.
Yeah, so let me I'll put Jock. Actually, no, Walter, you want to go against Will here?
Yeah, sure.
Just
All
put
right,
it
perfect.
below your camera, and then on 3, raise it up, and then like either rock, paper, or scissors, and then see what it is.
All right. Who's counting down, Jock?
Are we doing on 3 or on like shoot?
It's rock, paper,
Let's-
scissors, and
let's
then on
play
shoot.
rock, paper,
And
scissors.
then like
Matt.
raise it. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh damn it.
Oh,
Oh, massive. All right, we're up first.
what a way to
All
start.
right. So Ben and
fault,
Walter
Matt.
are gonna go first. So you guys want to go ahead, pick a category?
Yeah, I don't think we go all the way to 1,000 because we don't know what type of questions Jock cooked up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like probably where did that player go at 800 is what I'm
it's
thinking.
in the middle. Yeah, 800.
You go with that?
Yeah.
All right.
Traylon Burks.
Oh, was he
We got it, Will. We got it.
Got it.
Walt? Was he Oklahoma? That's not a guess.
I'm between there or Oregon.
No, I can guarantee you it was not Oregon. And if I'm wrong, then I'll just get off the show.
Oh, sorry. One rule: when it is your turn, or actually, I want all 4 hands up while the question is on. At least one hand. You don't need both. At least one hand. I want to see.
No,
at least
I'm looking at both. I don't know, man.
All right.
Chad was
If we
the
can do what
Chad
Matt's
was the
doing,
cheater.
maybe a nice little like underneath the
Why,
chin.
Chad?
My hands are right here.
Chad, let's go, Oklahoma.
All right. What is Oklahoma?
That is incorrect.
Oh, where'd he go?
We'll take. Where did that player go for 800?
Oh yeah, Guac. What we're gonna do is it just transfers over to the next team, and then we get rid of it.
Freeman. What are we thinking? Is it we thinking it's Arkansas?
It's Arkansas.
If I'm correct. All right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who
You guys are
is
sleeping on me. I told you.
Arkansas?
It was
All
the
right.
red, Walt. It was
That is
the
I'm
red.
correct.
a big Traylon Burks fan. You
That's
know,
That
good
is
stuff
correct.
right there.
big
That's a good
supporter.
start.
Matt and Will picking up 800. Ben,
All right.
Walter, you guys want to go ahead?
Oh
Is
what?
it their pick?
No, they're up, Jock.
Oh, the
Okay.
rubber. Oh yeah, I forgot. It was your
Yeah,
turn.
because
All right.
they
You
failed
know what?
doing.
I'm feeling a little risky. Let's go Heisman for 900.
Oh, I like
Heisman
that.
for
Okay.
900. Who won the first ever Heisman
Oh,
Trophy?
that's
I would
really
like to
not
see
good.
both of Williams' hands as well. There we
Yeah,
go.
I would too.
Wait, Friedman. I
Yeah.
have some past knowledge. Are we looking at like is a trophy named after the guy who won the first one or no?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think so.
Because if it is, I'm looking at like a bit of like a what's his name, like Joe Heisman.
I really.
Oof, this one's tough.
Ben, do you know?
I mean, I don't think that Ben or Wally know this at all.
No, I definitely don't know it. So
No.
No.
Can we like throw out like a guess?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go with that Joe Theismann take. I like that.
It's not Joe Theismann. I literally said it's not. All right, Matt, pick a random boy's name.
Joe.
All right.
That is
Except
incorrect.
anything except for Joe. No,
All right,
Jock,
no.
we didn't guess yet.
What? Okay, we weren't getting it anyway.
Matthew
All right.
Heisman.
It stays on and transfers over to us though.
All right.
There we go. I know what the
You're getting
statue
one or
is.
two guesses here, Ben.
I know the statue is after Desmond Howard. I'm pretty sure, but I don't.
All right, want to just
I don't know
just
who the
all
first
right,
ever-
Desmond Howard. Desmond Howard.
No, don't. He played like 30 years ago. I mean, Bart Starr won the first Super Bowl, so let's go.
Yeah, that's a
Let's go
really
Bart
bad
Starr.
guess.
That is incorrect.
Oh, who was it?
Larry Kelly.
Oh, I mean, who was what is the 1,000? Oh my, like
Irrelevant.
I'm terrified for the 1,000.
Yo, Friedman, I think we go back to where the player go.
Nah, we're up now. We're up now.
It's yeah.
Whatever.
Sorry.
Well, I picked last time, Walt, so you can
All
go
right,
this now.
let's go. Players 700.
Players 700.
Entails.
What current Jacksonville Jaguar holds the all-time most receptions in college with 339 over 3 years?
Got to be ETN, right?
Yeah. Well,
It's got to be ETN.
I feel like it's got to be him too. Or wait, who's the receiving core again?
No
I know
one.
ETN's the running back.
Exactly.
They got
It's
like
no
no one. ETN's the only good player, and
Who is Travis Etienne?
yeah, he
That
was
is incorrect.
Okay, Will.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Hands.
I think it has to be Christian Kirk. I would assume.
Oh,
Christian Kirk, that's one of them.
There's no
They-
way this guy's
I'm saying like this, okay. You saw that shorter guy who's very quick. Are we
I'm
on the
not.
same page?
I don't follow.
I don't either. I don't know. I mean, Christian Kirk's got to be it, right?
All right, who is Christian Kirk?
That is incorrect.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Wow.
Zay Jones.
who?
Man.
Wow, that's interesting.
He's the wide receiver too. He's the
These are some
Jacksonville
tough
Jaguars wide
questions,
receiver
man.
too.
No,
Alright.
that was like that's interesting. I did not know
That's
that.
a
All
tough
right,
question for number 6.
Friedman, we got to go back to where did the player go?
I
That's-
think where did the player go? Let's go 700.
yeah.
Isaiah Pacheco.
Oh,
Will hands up. Will hands up.
I'm about 99.9% sure he's a Scarlet Knight.
That would be correct.
Well, okay.
Oh,
That was
I
the.
want,
I was going with it anyway, but
okay. I'm just saying for the future, I want firm guesses. I want who is,
I
what
know, I
is.
agree. That was more deliberation with Will than it was a real like.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'll wait. Hold
Yeah,
on.
no, I had no clue he went to Rutgers. I don't really care
All right,
much
then
about that
it would have been
garbage
Rutgers.
program.
I guess.
All right,
All right,
Walter and Ben, you guys want to go?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of terrified of that fun fact section, but I do want to. I do want to hit one. Let's go
Yeah.
fun
Frankie
facts.
Elo.
Fun facts 700.
What quarterback in 2021 did a move and then shortly after?
Oh,
I know.
Yeah, I know it too. But go ahead.
Who is Kenny Pickett with the fake
And what is the
slide?
name of the rule? Like, what did he break?
He faked his slide. He went to slide and then faked it and kept running.
That would be correct.
Okay. All right. Awesome. On the board.
There
We're
was
on the
no
board.
deliberation with you guys. That was risky.
Oh yeah, no. I knew that was Kenny Pickett. Knew it.
Everybody did.
You know what? I think where did that player go? 900.
Ooh.
Jason Kelsey.
Oh.
I think I know. I don't know. I'm not.
Okay, so I'm like 99% sure Travis went to Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking off the
So,
bat. Travis went to
could-
Cincinnati for sure.
It could be Cincinnati. For some reason, I feel like Jason Kelsey went to a better school. Like
That's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure Jason Kelsey went to the better school. Like
I feel like it was more of a blue chip program.
yeah,
I'm-
Will hands up.
Yeah, seriously, Will. Keep doing
I'm
it.
really, I'm really
No,
not
Will,
liking
back
how
it
his
up.
stats are going
Back it
down.
up. We don't need to become the NFL show at this point.
okay.
There goes his phone onto the couch, so we're all good.
Yeah, like what are we?
All right, so
We could be
I
looking-
don't think Cincinnati's correct. I have a kind of a feeling it's a team out west, like Pac-12. Like I'm almost getting like Stanford vibes.
you know what? I'm a part Stanford fan. I'm trying to think back.
Part
All right,
Stanford.
we got to go like
Look,
a 10
let's go
second countdown
Stanford.
here.
I like Stanford.
All right,
Who
are the
is
Stanford
what
Cardinals?
is how is Stanford?
That would be incorrect.
I don't think it's
I
Cincinnati. That's a
have
tough
zero clue, Walt. If you have any idea,
No, I only know where Travis played. I'm gonna go.
let's just go Cincy then, right?
Yeah. What is Cincinnati?
Matt, you had it, bro.
one.
Oh, let's
Taylor,
go!
Oh yeah.
Taylor.
Oh, that's massive. I didn't know they went to college together.
I didn't
All
think
right.
they. I
That's
didn't think they went
just
together.
like that's
Yeah.
unlucky on us.
All right. What are we thinking? I say we hit the random section.
Sure.
Random
Whatever you want.
700.
All right.
How
is
old
total
is Nick
oddball.
Saban?
What?
What?
700 question too.
That's 1,000. That's
How old
1,000,
is
Jock.
Nick Saban?
Oh,
Jock,
dude.
off the top of your head,
Wow.
did you know how old Nick Saban was?
I knew around where he was.
All right,
No,
I
you
know.
know-
All
Jaden, do not lie.
right, I'm between. So,
Just wait till you see the rest of this section. This is
I
my
think-
favorite section.
all right,
If you
I
guys get
know-
this right, you guys do not get points because you have to be cheating.
I know he's
just-
old.
both our hands are right
Up the whole time.
I'm thinking like
You're using your
72?
feet.
72, Walt? We're
No,
gonna say,
no,
like,
not 72. He
What?
turned.
what area are you in right now? Like, where are we thinking?
It's 70. No, it's 70, 71, or 72.
All
It's
right,
one of those three. Because I remember my dad was saying something about him turning 70, but it was like, I don't know if it was this year or last year. He said something about
Let's
it.
go 71 then. I said 72. You said 70. Let's go 71.
All right, 71.
What is
I saw
71?
both the hands. I believe it is legit, and they are correct.
Wow, that's really.
Oh my
that's
God.
Boom.
I saw
That's
both
really
the
good.
hands. I saw both the hands. So
He
I
has
did
foot
not.
pedals.
Right
He has
there.
foot
That's
pedals.
teamwork right there.
All
All
right.
right, you guys are up.
I think we just get back on the board and go. Where did that player go? 600.
I was right with you. I
All right,
like that.
I
I
love
like
it.
that.
Saquon
Alright.
Barkley.
Oh my God,
right.
dude. What
Hmm,
the
Those
Or
are
the
tough
Penn
one.
State Nittany Lions.
I think we're going
I'll
Penn
be
State.
correct.
points
We
of
are.
all time.
Yes.
I don't know. I think the where did that player go? That's been very good so far. Like in terms
That's been treating us pretty well. I'm not touching 1,000 though. It's
I
gonna be
know.
like, where did
Yeah,
that
uh,
player go?
Ben and Walter, you
like-
guys want to go ahead here?
Heisman
Greg
600.
What'd you say?
Ben, we thinking Heisman 600?
What was the first players question? Like, I forget what that category even is.
Players.
Zay Jones.
It's just questions about like records and like you have to name the player.
Oh yeah, it was the
it was
three
the Zay Jones
3 years
reception.
receptions one.
I don't know, Friedman. I feel like he's gonna try to slide a player fact in that I might know. So we might
How
have to
about
help
Heisman
players next.
600?
Heisman
Yeah, we'll
600.
Heisman 600.
Who were the 4 finalists for the 2022 Heisman Trophy?
All right,
Okay.
2022 is this year, right?
Yeah.
Who are?
Williams,
Proper
this is the
grammar.
best.
Mr. Ham's gonna rerun this and be upset.
are-
It's who
Caleb
are.
Williams,
Max
Yeah,
Duggan.
Max Duggan, CJ Stroud, and what's the other one's name? Stetson Bennett.
Stetson
That
Bennett.
would
Yeah,
be correct.
that's the guess. All right.
Okay.
Stetson Bennett did not deserve to be there.
Nope, not at all. Blake
I don't
Corn.
know.
Let's
you
do,
added points to Matt and Will, not me.
We're not doing 1,000.
Players.
Matt or
play-
Jock. You just added
Yeah.
points to Matt and Will, not me.
No.
Oh,
He,
yeah.
he did the right thing.
Oh,
No.
No, we're at 2,900, Jock.
All right.
Yes.
So
Let's do players 600. I think
yeah, that's I like that.
These lower numbers.
Which
look like
brother duo of running backs are
Oh my God, I
currently
know.
playing on the Florida Gators and Jacksonville Jaguars? I need the full names of both.
Hands.
I don't know the Florida one. I don't know if you do.
Oh no, it's
Will, hands.
Yeah,
You
hands.
saw me hurl my phone across the room.
You're still on a computer.
You have your computer.
I can't switch screens without the camera blacking out.
Oh, all right, cool. Perfect.
it's Travis and
Oh, I know.
Running back.
I took another T.
Wolf,
that's
you
what I
know?
think too, because there's
I-
a lot of
I'm forgetting the first name of the Florida.
I know
one.
exactly what his name is.
Yeah,
so-
actually, I think I do know it. I think I know it. I know it. I'm like 99% sure.
This is rough. Why do we need full names? It's a 600
yeah,
point.
that's tough.
All right, go.
Travis and Tanner.
Oh, let them say who is.
All right, so we got Travis Etienne, so we get 300 points for that.
No, that is not how it works.
Well,
buddy.
how it
just let it
works.
rip. Just let it go. We got to make a comeback in the end. I think the end plays more towards my wheelhouse. So
All right, can we make our guess now?
All right. Yes. Well, I need a who from Matt and
Will,
Oh,
Will,
yeah.
throw it out there.
Travis and Maximilian Etienne.
All right, still
that
know who.
would be
All right,
incorrect.
I'm gonna go. Who is
Oh.
Travis and Trevor?
There we go.
Oh,
Go
Yeah,
Gators, baby.
There we go.
that's bad
Right.
by me. And
Rack
they
'em
get to
up.
go now too.
Ben
That's
and
killing.
Walter, go
I-
ahead.
Ben, what are we thinking? Players or fun facts or Heisman?
The players has been pretty good to us.
Yeah, let's go players.
Players 800.
What college football running back holds the single game rushing record with 427 yards
Oh my
versus
God.
Kansas in
Oh,
2014?
I watched this on YouTube during class one day too.
Is this someone weird like Monte Ball or something like that?
No. It was a known running back.
Walter, is all you do is just look up college football like fun facts for a living?
All right, let's
Literally what he
think.
does.
It would be
That's the
someone in
next
like their 6th or 7th year in the NFL right now.
Is it like Mark Ingram? Maybe.
Well, I
I've
think I
messed
have
with
an
one.
idea who it is.
I'm between Mark Ingram and Dallas.
Guy went to Kansas.
Not Ingram. Ingram went to Bama. It wasn't someone on like Bama or something like that. No.
Versus Kansas, so it's got to be Big 12. I'm
I think
thinking.
it was a West
I
Virginia.
was trying to keep that from you guys.
I'm
but
pretty
that's-
sure it was a West Virginia running back. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
West Virginia, dude. That's not known.
I don't
I
know.
don't-
Oh, but
I don't know.
That's it.
No.
Shoot.
What are some Oklahoma backs? I mean, AP went there, but not 2014.
What's that with me?
I feel like I know what it is. Maybe
Don't even say anything, Will, because I got.
I'm
Oklahoma
not. No words
State?
from my mouth anymore.
Kansas
All right,
State.
10 seconds left. 10, 9.
Who
Seven.
is Dalvin Cook?
That would be incorrect.
No, he's Florida State. All right,
Yeah.
Will. I'm between Joe Mixon and Samaje Perine at Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure it's one of those two. 2014.
I feel like
I
Perine
feel like
is.
it's
I feel like Perine might be a safer guess. Has Mixon been in the league that long?
no. I think. All right, who is Samaje Perine?
That would be correct. The
Let's
fantasy
go,
goat.
baby. Let's go.
Majay
That's big
Perine
time.
had 427 yards.
Yeah.
Mixon
I
has
think
not been in
Melvin
the league
Gordon
that
had
long.
it like a year before that, and then, wow. All right.
Jeez.
Tied up with the
Let's do
600.
let's do random for 600. I don't really remember what that was. The topic was all
What
about.
does Kentucky quarterback Will Levis add to his coffee
Oh,
in the morning? that
I
many
know,
people
I
deem
know, I know,
close
I
to?
know.
Will, do you know it? Because I think I do. I just want to make sure.
I've never heard this in my life.
You can
I'm
talk to
sorry.
each other.
I'm pretty positive it's mayo.
Go for it.
All right, what is mayonnaise?
That would be correct.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. That's
Oh,
how you
wow.
come back, baby.
I have
Let's
a
go.
question. I have a
Whole
question.
new ballgame.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Where do you find that fun fact?
So when Florida played Kentucky earlier in the year, they did a little like intro where Will Levis was putting mayo in his coffee.
What
So
is
that's
that?
biased because Walter's a Florida fan.
It don't
And
matter.
you're
I
a
got
Florida
it.
fan.
It doesn't
fine.
matter.
All right,
I'll beat
I'm
the
calling
system.
it out. Just
It was
saying.
all out all over the news.
All
It was
right,
on
let's go. We got.
ESPN.
We're
Yeah.
tied right now. We're halfway
Hey,
through.
do you want to go?
I want to take a swing for that. Where did that player go? But I don't know if I'm confident in it.
Do you want to go?
Do it. You won't.
Nah, we won't.
You
We'll
won't.
Or do you
go.
want to go like a fun fact 600? Just get on the board.
Yeah. Fun fact 600. We're tied up, so we'll try and get a lead here.
What college is known as the Jaspers?
Wow,
Matt, do you know this?
I do know this.
The Jaspers.
What? Yes, let's go. Bro, Freeman's a genius.
This is a 600.
Yo, why
Yeah,
is
I mean,
600?
I'm not gonna give it away, but
Guag, don't say anything because I know.
I'm
Exactly
not
what
saying
hint's gonna
anything.
be,
That's why I said I'm
and
not
it's
gonna give it
ruin
away.
I mean,
I'm thinking.
trying to
I
think
mean-
of colleges that start with like J. So there's Jackson State. There's JMU. But like,
What even is a Jasper?
I don't know, to be honest.
All
Probably
right,
like
10
an-
seconds. 10, 9,
Oh, this
Eight,
is
seven,
heinous, Jock. This is
6, 5.
what
This
is
is evil.
what is Jackson State?
yeah.
That would
I
be
mean,
incorrect.
So
Matt, well,
St. Joseph High School in Metuchen has a recent commit of the Manhattan Jaspers in baseball. So,
there you go.
who
That
are
would
the
be
Manhattan
correct.
Jaspers?
Why is that
Are
a
you-
600 question?
Are you joking? The
dumb.
Manhattan
Right here.
College?
I knew
No.
that. I knew that regardless. Of,
I
like,
knew
if
it
went there
before
or not,
Josiah
but
committed there.
Dude,
It's
never-
right here.
Yeah, dude, literally
I'll
never
go Heisman
never let this kid
700
host
here.
again.
I'm gonna keep us going. Let's go. Heisman 700.
Heisman 700.
Keep chirping over there, Walter.
Who was the only person to
Well,
ever
one
win the
of those
Heisman
two.
Trophy twice?
Who is Archie Griffin? Ohio State legend.
That would be correct.
Let's go.
Did Johnny Football not win it twice?
No.
He did
When's
not.
that? He didn't? I thought he did. for some reason.
Actually, Lamar Jackson should have won it twice. He had a
Tim
better
Tebow
year the
should have won
second
it
time
twice.
around, but
All right.
Christian McCaffrey should have won over Derrick Henry.
All right. Well, just like that, we're down 1,300 because
did
Manhattan
not pick.
Jaspers are 600 for some reason.
What should we go? 800 or 900 or 1,000?
I want to swing on the where did that player go. I'm not gonna
Why?
lie.
Where did that player go? 1,000.
Oh, so this is free. Thanks for getting it wrong.
Tony Pollard.
Oh my
Memphis.
God.
What is Memphis?
What is
So
Memphis?
easy. I'm telling you, this is the
is
bias I'm
Memphis?
talking about. Cowboys
Boom!
Florida.
Will,
That
question.
is so much
Will,
easier
Will,
than
This
we're
is
in
the
the lead.
bias I'm
Will, we're in the
talking
lead.
about.
We're good. We're good.
talking,
We're in the
Will.
lead. We're good.
Keep
This is the
talking, Will.
bias I speak of.
We're in the lead. We're good. Let me get.
How is that a
Heisman
1,000
800.
question? But man,
Heisman 800.
Well, are you in agreement? Are we doing Heisman 800? Is that the consensus?
is that what I heard? Yeah, we're going with that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What
It's
running back won the Heisman Award in 1981 and went
So-
on to get
Alright,
drafted
what-
overall
dude.
for the Raiders?
What is this?
I know. I think
No,
I know.
you get at leave. The
All right,
chat.
so
I know.
let's be real. It's got to be a Raiders running back with
I know
a
who it
name.
is.
Yeah, I think I know too, Walt.
Wait, is it?
I'm trying
Is
to
it
think
not
of
Bo
all-time
Jackson?
great Raiders running backs. I mean,
Wait, hold up, Matt. Is it not Bo Jackson?
Did he win a Heisman? Sure, go for it.
Who's
You
Bo
know what?
Jackson?
He said who, so I will take that answer, and that is incorrect.
I mean,
I
I
Well,
think it might.
real-
No, I'm not gonna.
Walt, real
keep up.
quick, who are you thinking?
Who are you thinking?
They have
thinking
no
Marcus-
idea. Will. We're
I'm thinking
fucking-
Marcus Allen.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
'Cause
That's-
I know he won a Heisman, but I don't know if he got drafted.
I don't even.
Raiders.
I don't
definitely
even.
played for the
I don't know
Raiders.
anything about the
Who is
NFL.
Marcus Allen?
It was Marcus Allen.
That would be the correct answer.
That's very
Boom,
good.
Chadwick. Boom.
Here comes a bias. I bet
Where
you.
did
I bet
he,
you Chadwick's gonna
where
mark
did
it
Will,
he
you
down.
say
for a
bias
second.
every time. Like, you got it wrong, all right? Just because, like,
All right, Will, I'm telling you, this is where we come out right here because they're gonna get something wrong.
Walter and
What?
Ben, pick your category.
all right, what do you want to go? Do you want to go players 900 or a random or fun facts 800? Don't go fun facts because Guac's questions are actually ridiculous.
Guac doesn't even know half these answers.
Yeah, I
I
know.
do actually.
Let's go. Want to go players 900
Okay, come on now.
Let's go.
or random?
Yeah, I don't like the fun facts and random. Let's go players 900. I'm cool with
I
that.
like this for us, Will. I
What
like
college
it.
did Money Mike White attend?
Oh, wasn't this something weird like Washington State or something like that?
I will say he did attend 2 colleges. I will take either college.
Mike.
Walt, do you have any idea?
The Washington State one sounds a little accurate. Mike White.
Will, I think I might know.
Where
Mike.
did Mike,
All right, I'm trying to funnel my brain to make it.
where did Mike White go? Chadwick, what were you saying?
I said like Washington State.
Mike White College.
What is the college logo with like the red banner and the white letters in the middle? It's 3 white letters. Western Kentucky? I think that's what I'm thinking of.
I'll be man enough to say that's correct. I'm not saying the answer is correct, but that's the.
Oh,
logo.
that would have helped. If you just gave us the answer.
No.
We should have said at the beginning that we could phone a friend and Jack Hemler, massive Jets fan. I'm sure he knows, but
Do-
I won't.
No,
I mean-
too late. Too late for that.
I
Too
know.
late.
That's what I'm saying.
Too late.
Walt,
Sorry,
Walt, are you good with
when?
Western Kentucky?
What? Yeah, let's go Western Kentucky.
What is Western Kentucky?
Ben Chadwick with the snipe. That would be correct.
Oh man!
Wow.
Oh man!
Let's go, Chatty.
Let's go.
My goodness, that's a killer.
Oh, and
Sniper.
Brady just gave me the layup too. Just made sure I knew the college.
Nah, you said Western Kentucky.
I knew what I was thinking.
He's man enough. He's man enough.
I appreciate that.
All right. What are you thinking? Well, low key the players ones have been very manageable, but like,
Yeah, the players have been manageable. I mean, I don't trust random or fun facts. I don't
But,
trust
like, we
Heisman at
kinda-
this point.
All right, go players 1,000 then.
Who has the most passing touchdowns in college football history?
Okay.
Wait, is this Joe Burrow?
No. You're asking me, correct?
That was crazy.
I'm asking you. Joe
No,
Burrow had 60.
It's not Joe Burrow. And Jock, this is in a career, correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, single season it might be Joe, but yeah, definitely.
Because he had 60 in a
I
season.
believe it is Joe, single season. If we're talking career, I don't believe it's a Big Ten quarterback because JT Barrett, I'm 99% sure, has that record in the Big Ten, but it can't be him. I don't think it's in. An SEC.
Could it be like Manning coming
I
out
don't
of
think he played
Tennessee?
long
Because
enough.
Manning at Tennessee was amazing.
Wait, are we calling career or season? We're calling career.
Career.
This is
Career.
career. It's his career.
Manning at Tennessee is not a bad guess.
You know what?
Just think of a
Like,
guy who only
I'm
throws.
thinking of a Heisman Trophy winner. And I'm thinking of a guy who played for at least three very strong years.
Yeah.
I think of Jameis Winston.
Oh.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna give you 10 seconds.
I wouldn't hate that.
Do you
It's up
have
to
another
you.
guy in mind?
I was thinking Peyton, but that's I don't know. I feel like that's too obvious.
All right, what's the final guess?
All right, who is Jameis Winston?
That would be incorrect.
Oh man, that might be a game.
Do you know the
Have it?
answer?
What are you thinking?
I don't know the answer, but you guys getting it wrong.
Oh no! All the
Come on.
point values are like.
All right, Mr. Chadwick. Yeah, I know you guys are. I know you and Jock are like behind the scenes right now. Like,
If we
stuff out.
win, I'm clipping that, and it's going all over social media.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that to be shared. No,
I have the exact
we're-
picture that's being posted with it, by the way.
I'm kind of liking that Peyton Manning pick that Will threw out. Walt.
Yeah, I mean Chadwick not Chadwick. Will was like on the point with that, but I just don't know. I don't think it's like a big name quarterback.
It probably isn't. Well,
Because
Guac,
he won't make a
Well,
big
the
name
reason I
quarterback.
swayed from you
I'm
is
not
that
giving
it's a
any
1,000 point
Can we-
value. So
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I'm
mad if
between-
it's right. I'm just
Real-
saying if it is Peyton Manning and they get it wrong, I think we get 500 points. That's just
I'm
all I'm saying.
between.
real quick. Can I ask this? Is it a Power 5 quarterback or
No,
we're talking
No,
about?
you're not allowed to ask
Absolutely
questions.
not.
I am
No
not
questions.
saying-
Ah,
I'm between
Oh,
three.
then
I'm
we're
between
never
three
getting.
right
It's FCS. We're never
now.
gonna
I'm
get it.
between three. Brock Purdy, Colt
wait, hold
Brennan.
on, Jock. Did you say that it wasn't Power 5?
No,
No.
he said no.
I
He
didn't say
said like he won't give us a hint.
I'm
Okay,
between
alright.
Brock Purdy, Colt Brennan, and just think of like another white quarterback.
Colt Brennan?
Yeah.
What?
Think of the. I'm thinking of the
All
most
right,
known
10,
quarterbacks.
Yeah.
9, 8, 7, 6.
I mean, Carson Wentz played for North Dakota State.
Who is Colt
3,
Brennan?
2, 1.
Oh,
All
I-
right, we need a final guess.
I
Yeah,
said
He said who's
who
Colt
is
Brennan?
Walt said it.
All
Walt
right.
said it.
It is Walter's on the right track. It was Case Keenum.
Oh, it's Case Keenum.
Wow.
Why was he on the right track?
Well,
a
he
white
had the
quarterback.
idea. We're not going to get into why,
You guys
but
go. Will, we need a miss here. We need a miss badly.
we do.
All right, it's our pick.
Yeah, it is our pick.
Heisman
I gotta
winner.
play it safe, but I don't even know if random or fun facts are safe at this point.
No, I think Heisman 1000.
No, we're not going Heisman for sure.
All right, fun facts 800.
Fun facts 800. I like that.
3 Alabama quarterbacks that all shared a locker room together,
Oh.
all have starting NFL
All right.
jobs. In
Oh, I
That's a
I know this.
cupcake. Are you
All right,
Come on, Josh.
Jalen Hurts,
I'm telling
right?
you,
Mac
you
Jones.
and Ben
Who is
Chadwick
Jalen
are
Hurts,
doing
Mac
some
Jones, and
weird
Joey
things behind the
Burrow?
scenes.
That
All
would
right.
be correct.
There it
Hold up, wait a
is.
second. No, this is my theory. Josh,
How?
This is my
how
theory.
did
You
Mayo
are
and
just
so
Vaughn-
much better
Listen,
than
listen. I did it where the 6 to 800 are relatively easy, and then the last two are.
Why would
close
you
to
not
hard.
do it in like a scale?
That's
All
what
right,
I did.
all
I did
right,
it in
let's go,
order.
let's
The
go.
two
Make it
above
fair,
it were
make it fair.
easier.
Make it
No, I don't know if Mayo. All right. That's all right.
Mayo was extremely easy. Jasper, I don't know how we didn't
I
get
guess
Jasper.
we got to
down
get
here.
points on the board.
all right, let me break some down. Guac and Ben Chadwick at lunch congregate
Just
in
make your
Mr.
point.
All right.
Harris' room.
Hold up.
John,
And
give me
then-
random.
Hold up,
names.
hold up, hold up,
Rest is
hold up,
history.
hold
I
up,
mean,
hold up.
Come on,
Matt
like,
and
this
Will,
is
because you guys are down a little bit, I will tell you, you should not pick random 800. I will
No,
say that.
you can't give them hints because they're down.
What-
all right.
what is that?
Yo,
All right, listen. I think that was major tampering, and I said random 800, so you got to give me random 800 now.
Fine.
random 800. He's doing it on purpose.
What?
I know this.
Oh yeah, I think I know this.
Yeah, this is
Are we
tampering. I
talking
mean,
where
Jock.
because he just transferred. Because I'll give you a school. He's been bouncing around the transfer portal.
Oh, I didn't know
I-
he transferred. I have a school. Just name
Okay.
both schools.
I'll give you one. I know it's right. If it's not what you have, I'm throwing the challenge flag.
Okay. All right.
For the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
That would be correct.
Okay, there we go. Don't so you
Let's
see,
go. I mean-
he was doing reverse psychology.
He's trying his best. I'm telling you, they congregate in
He's
Mr.
trying to
I
Harris'
didn't know
room.
Matt knew where
Look,
the
Right.
Colts
they
Colts
congregate in Mr. Harris' room.
What are we thinking?
All right,
And
go.
they
Let them
talk
go.
about
Let them go.
broadcasting
All
for
right.
3
All
hours.
right.
They wrote us
Random
off. They're
900
right back,
or
though.
They wrote us off. Ain't right back.
What are we doing?
Random 900.
Random 900. What D1 college holds the record for the longest losing streak of all time? And I gave you the main school color.
I think.
Purple.
All right. So I think it's either. So he said purple.
Purple.
He also
So
said D1, so it's not
I'm
Power
between-
5,
I'm
obviously.
between JMU.
No, I don't think it's JMU.
JMU. Who else?
Will
is
do
purple?
not even say a peep.
Who else is purple?
I have no clue.
I think it's some. I remember watching Game Day, and it was like, where'd they go? They went to like
Washington?
Wyoming. No. It's definitely not Power 5. He said D1 for a reason.
All right, then I'm really between. I think it's JMU, but that's just me.
All right, I'm gonna go
We
10
can
more
go.
seconds.
Yeah, I'm fine with JMU. What is JMU?
That's incorrect.
Okay, Will,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it so real. Longest losing streak in Division 1. It's gonna be an FCS school. I
All right.
don't even know where to go here.
Let me try to pick your brain, maybe get some out of it. Chadwick said they're somewhere in Wyoming. I think he's talking about when they were at wherever where Coach Prime played. In that game, they were playing their rivals. I don't know who that is, but I feel like that could be it.
I mean, it's
Jackson.
Low key, Kansas State was absolutely atrocious back in the day.
Kansas State was atrocious. I feel like the D1 might be a little bit.
But like I couldn't tell you an FCS school that's bad. Like I knew
No.
it wasn't James Madison, their good program.
No, it's not TCU. TCU's always been half
I
decent.
think Kansas State's the best option.
What's the purple team in the Big Ten? Is that
Can we get a countdown?
10,
Oh!
9,
Oh!
8,
Oh!
7.
Northwestern?
Who is Northwestern Wildcats?
At the buzzer.
Oh, let's go! Let's go! Let's go, baby.
All right,
Let's
that's
go.
all right.
Wow. All right. Give me Heisman
We're
1000. Let's go.
List at least 3 out of the 5 quarterbacks to win the Heisman Award from the years 2010
This is
to
1,000?
2015.
Cam Newton
Okay.
was Cam Newton
Hold on.
one of them?
Talk
You need to
to
name me at least 3.
Talk to me.
What
Cam
the heck
Newton,
is this?
Cam
dude?
Newton.
Jameis Winston,
James
and
Winston.
Marcus Mariota won in 2014. Who are Jameis Winston, Cam Newton, Marcus Mariota?
That would be correct.
Let's go! Let's go!
That is horrible.
Let's go!
That might be the most
Go
cupcake.
everywhere.
We made it right back. Let's go, baby. Oh,
Let's go!
we
Oh, I hate these
won.
categories. All right.
I
Alright.
love them. I love them.
I love
I
them.
want mayo
Random
in
and
my
fun
coffee.
facts. No, I'm talking about these last 2.
All right, what are we thinking?
They get this wrong, they get this right. I think we win. I don't know.
Oh man.
Want to go
I
random?
think we only have to get one.
Let's go random 1,000.
What is the mascot of the University of California, Santa Cruz?
Oh,
The
oh,
mascot
oh,
of
oh,
University
hold
of
on.
California.
Hold on a minute.
How are these 1,000 questions?
I
the same?
think I know. I think I know because my cousins went to UCLA and USC, and they always because they were right by Santa Cruz, so they were always going over there all the time.
I'll let you take it away then. 'cause
I'm
I have no clue.
65% sure it's the Sea Lions.
That would be incorrect.
Oh no.
I didn't even guess yet.
Okay. I
No,
don't
that's
really
your
know,
guess.
Will.
It's not a guess.
Well,
It has to be the guess, but yeah, I mean, Guac, we gotta say what is or who is.
Oh, I thought I heard it. Did he not say it?
I said
I
I
said,
I'm
what
90%
is Sea
sure it's
Lions?
Sea Lions.
Okay,
No,
you
Will,
can't go
shut
back.
up. I said I'm 65% sure it's the Sea Lions. Me
I
fucking
will
with
cut
him.
some film. I thought I heard a what is.
All right,
Well,
that's-
so we got to give it up anyway because Guac already said it's wrong. But
That's-
All right. I
Alright.
think it's just classic. You look at Pepperdine Little Waves. Tulane is a green wave. I mean, Tulsa's like Golden Hurricane. I think it's got to be something tropical like that. Yeah, I think it's waves or hurricane.
you sure? I'm looking at some what we got? We got Arizona State's the Sun Devils, right?
What are you looking at exactly?
yeah,
My screen.
Well, can I see some hands, please?
Yeah,
Can
dude,
we-
I haven't seen
it.
Screen?
Maybe I'm wrong. I think UC Irvine is like the Anteaters.
I have no clue.
UC. I think UC San Diego the wave.
Can we get a countdown?
yeah, count
Yeah,
down.
All right. What are the waves?
The banana slugs.
What? That is.
I
that's
mean,
the bridge.
Walter. Let's get this over with. Walter was nowhere near. I mean, the sea lions and the banana.
I'll
sauce.
take a sea lion over the
Will, if we
wave.
get this right, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, fun facts 900,
Fun
right?
facts 900. Let's bring it home right now.
What was Derrick Henry's 40-yard dash at the combine in
Oh,
2016?
you want? Okay, it's not in the
Exact
threes.
time.
It's not in the threes.
So
I
Derrick
admit
Henry's
probably
not a
mid to
hit.
upper fours.
Combine in 2016.
this is not a hint. I'm taking it is a number, a decimal, and then one other number.
Like for example, like
What do you mean?
like, I'm
Fans.
not. This isn't my guess, but like 4, 3, 5, like that.
Yes.
Okay, so
No.
that's
Just one decimal one.
So 4-3.
It has to be a 4-4 or 4-5. There's no way he ran. I don't think he ran a 4-3.
He did not run a 4-5. You know how quick that dude is.
It's a 4-4 or 4-3. It's literally a coin flip if we win or if they win.
Yeah, no. I gotta go with 4-4 though. I think. I just that's what I think.
All right,
It
what
might be
is 4-4?
That is incorrect.
No.
Ben and Walter.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Well, he's not quicker than a 4.4. What is a 4.5?
That would be correct.
Go!
There's no way that dude ran a 4-5.
All
Come
right,
on.
let's go. It's down
All right.
to this.
Fun facts
Down to this.
1,000.
Oh, this is electric.
Name two
Hands up.
NFL players that went to Syracuse.
Oh my God, this is the bias I'm talking about.
Hold on.
Ben Chadwick's like the biggest Syracuse supporter.
Wait, he's a
Wait, Penn
Syracuse fan?
State fan.
Yeah.
I tried to
Walter
think
was
of the most
Syracuse.
irrelevant college.
I also don't like Syracuse. Syracuse.
Okay, Andre Cisco is one. Andre Cisco is one.
I
Wow.
guess
Oh, tampering.
Safety on the jet. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, it's not, but this is so free. For me, I think.
Syracuse players in the NFL.
Oh,
Yeah, Walter's looking it up. No, Cisco is one.
Cisco.
I'm gonna go 10 seconds here. 10.
I mean,
Whoa,
Freeman, I don't
Oh,
know.
whoa, that's a quick countdown compared to Will.
Uh-uh.
No. Let it ride a little bit. Last question of the game. Let it ride.
I'm gonna give
Oh
him
my-
20 more seconds.
I don't. There's not a player on my favorite team that goes to Syracuse. I'll tell you that.
This is just what a brutal way.
Andre Cisco. Oh,
What?
The Raiders. Andre Cisco and Chandler Jones. Who are Andre Cisco and Chandler Jones?
So I have neither of those players. I'm going to double check.
They both went to Syracuse.
Please tell me you're right, Chatty.
It's a brutal way to go out.
Come on,
That's what I'm saying.
Come
That's-
on, Guac.
It was a coin flip. There's no
Those
way
two
Derrick
Ben
Henry.
listed would be correct answers. Those were the guys I had.
Let's go.
Boom.
I had Jim Brown and then
That's a rough way to go out.
Chicken dinner. Give us our 1,000 points and
Oh,
lock
why
in the
not think
dub.
of Jim Brown?
that's such a killer way to lose it.
Give us our 1,000.
And I
Massive.
would like to thank everybody for tuning in to my version of Jeopardy. I
boring.
think that there was no bias there. I gave no hints.
I mean, we had a Cowboys question, a Penn State question, a
When
Syracuse
was our Cowboys
question,
question?
You guys got the
Florida
Penn State
question.
When
You
was
guys
there?
got the
When was
Penn
there a
State
Cowboys question?
Tony Pollard.
Tony Pollard at the
Who here's a
1,000.
Cowboys fan? Who here's a
And-
Cowboys
For
fan?
1,000.
What's this?
Shout
There was
out
an
to
Ohio
Cowboys
State
fans.
question. There was an Ohio State question.
I mean,
Kemmler thinks it's rigged, but that's only what they think
I'm
when
with
they
it.
lose.
I'm with
Hey,
it.
It definitely
we're
was
just
not
too
right.
good. We're too good. That's all it
If
is.
you really want, I
All
can
right,
do another one. And I will be
Deflate.
100%
We're calling
Detroit,
Deflate Gate.
right?
Me and Friedman win by committee vote.
All right, so you guys don't win. Will, I don't think you can include yourself in the you and Friedman sentence. I think
Whoa, that Northwestern put us on the map.
It was definitely a team effort.
All right.
It was that. I mean, look, Friedman did some work, okay,
I
but
think that's enough arguing from both sides. I'm the overruling judge here, so I think that we're going to send this off. I'm Giacomo Imperiale. We have Matt Friedman, Will Kukowski, Walter Scott, and one of our other hosts, Ben Chadwick. Thanks for watching.